Right, oh crap, my mic's on. Hello! I need to deafen myself. 2 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome down here in Sao Paulo for the final Grand Prix weekend in Kenco F1. We've got all the action planned with a full sprint weekend here in Brazil where every single driver on the grid will be looking to make up as many points as possible for the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. Round 8 of 8 in Kenco F1 with qualifying today, 25% race tomorrow and the ultimate race on Sunday. And we still don't know yet for definite who will be winning the World Championship. Taking a look at this definitive Interlagos track, just 2.67 miles, 2 DRS zones, lots of straights, turns, and heavy braking where drivers have to manage their tyres throughout each sector of the track. 15 turns, 9 to the left, 6 to the right, with lots of steep elevation changes and uphill climbs throughout the circuit. Tyre compounds this weekend sit smack bang in the middle of toughness, one stage softer than last year, C4 softs, C3 mediums, and the C2 hard tyres. Let's get this Brazilian Grand Prix weekend underway and into qualifying. Hello! I think I said hello a little bit soon. I overspoke myself. Never mind. Hope you're all doing well. 2 seconds. Let me just... Ah! Fuck. Sorry. We're not used to this. Right. We should be able to ready up already. That was really loud. Sorry. Hang on a minute. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Blizz, Taylor, Jack with the resub. Zach as well. Good to see you. Hello, mate. Welcome in. 2 seconds. We should be good to get going. No one's had any sort of update. Let me at everybody and hopefully we can get ready. That's atting Joe. I don't want to be doing that. At everyone ready. Cool. Okay, so yes, welcome in. We're on round 8 of 8. This is the last qualifying session of the season. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting because we've got a sprint race weekend, which means we've got a race tomorrow, and we've also got a race on Sunday as well, which should be good. Skyfun have called. They want you to replace Crawford. Oh, mate, honestly, sign me up, Jack. Sign me up. To be honest, I think I've got a little bit better. I am joined here with Jamie, but I'm still on deaf and on Discord. Hello, Jamie. Sorry, I didn't mean to stay deaf and that long. I am here with Jamie. Hello, mate. Oh gosh, I'm really quiet. Hang on. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if Jamie's here. I don't even know. But welcome. You missed the intro
have my headset
song.
muted. That really helped.
That's fine. Hello. Joel.
Really helped.
The song was called Ferrari by James Hype. So I hope you appreciated that. But it's fine. Yeah, we are being qualifying. It is raining. I'm sure the drivers are loving that. And I don't know, it's set to clear up as well a little bit later on, so it's going to be an interesting, hopefully, I believe inters, but some drivers might go on the wets. Joel, it'll be muted on the VOD, but it's a good song to listen to and build up the hype, so it's good. It's fine, Joel, no worries. I think we're good. Wait, Jamie, can you say something? I just want to get volumes.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Okay, cool.
Hello.
If I'm too loud, let me know. If Jamie's too loud, let me know, and then I can adjust as needed. But yeah, I hope you've all had a good day nonetheless. I have been working. It feels like Saturday. We normally do qualifying on Saturday. It doesn't feel like it's been a Friday. I don't know. It feels really bizarre. But it is still Friday, which is really good. And yeah, Sao Paulo, as I'm apparently I've been calling it St. Paulo or Sao Paulo. But it's Sao Paulo. Paulo. I don't know. The problem is, Jamie, I've already recorded all the intro sequences for the entire weekend, and I've been saying Paulo, but it's pronounced Paulo. Never mind. Adam, good evening. Welcome in.
That's fine.
It's fine. No one will know.
We'll have to do.
Everyone in chat already knows, but it's fine. Right, hopefully we can hear the sound of the... I forgot the buttons. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so, yeah, final race. We did look at all the Constructors and Driver Championships on the intro. Lots of points to be gained and lost, or not necessarily lost, but missed out the opportunity on. Currently, Joel Foxall is winning the World Championship as it stands. We will just go on board with somebody here. And yes, Max Chapman is looking to gain, I believe, 17 points. He's currently behind Joel Foxall. So Joel and Max worked it out that Max Chapman has to get first in both the sprint race and the normal race. And then Joel has to finish 4th or below on both of them for Max to win the championship. Yeah, it's an absolute mathematical weird equation, but it looks Ferrari's kind of side for the drivers, but definitely Red Bull's for the constructors, if I'm correct in saying that.
Red Bull look like they're gonna get that Constructors' Championship, but it's still too close to call within the drivers, especially with 33 points being on offer for this weekend. So it's going to be an interesting final round of the season.
Can't wait. It's going to be good. I just have to turn you up a little bit there again. But yeah, I mean, most of the drivers out on the inters. We've got a driver in front of Adam, but we'll go on board with Adam. We're going to have a look. His first hot lap. Again, this is Q1. I don't know. We have 15 drivers today, so I think everyone immediately gets through Q1.
Yes,
if only it was 16. We've got a yellow flag here, sector 1, just a driver slowing. Oh, yeah, a driver slowing down here. As there's a Red Bull or a Ferrari there leaving the pits. It's definitely a Ferrari. It's definitely a Ferrari. But yeah, I mean, it's meant to be a raining Q1, Q2, and then it dries off. That's a Ferrari in a wall already with broken front wing damage. Is that Joel Foxall? No, that is Callum McGrath already in a wall. Nice. He's going to be going back in the pits for some more front wing. I mean, that was a bit dangerous because if that broke his front left wheel, he would be starting, dare I say, P15 in the sprint tomorrow. he needs to be a bit more careful with that one.
Yeah.
Hikes has set the original, I guess the starting time here of 1:16.5. That seems pretty good in the inters. 1:16.2 there by it being. I mean, soft people, soft people. On the soft tire runs, so we've been looking at what 109, 108, 106s.
Yeah,
107s?
108. I would say 108 to 109s.
I don't know
depending
if the
on
track's
how the
gonna...
track's climatized.
Yeah. Adam has a special helmet. We'll have a look.
We
Go.
haven't seen any interrunning
No.
on this track, so we don't know what the
I mean, yeah.
pace is for intermediates as...
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, Brazil being a tropical country, I suppose you could say, you don't know how quickly it clears up with the rain. You don't know how humid it is or anything like that. We're currently watching Adam Fear. He's got a very nice helmet here from Brazil. It's very blue. I want to get a different angle on it if we can, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure there's loads of other drivers with new helmets today, or this week at least. But yeah, Adam Forbes, purple sector 1, as it currently stands, only by a few temps though, as it looks like somebody's left the session there, but they should be able to rejoin. The only drivers to not really come out at the moment is a McLaren. I don't know, Ricardo McLaren? I'm not sure who that is. But yeah, Adam 4 temps down there on being currently 1:16.2. I haven't, obviously last week as well, we didn't stream. It's been a while since we were last live. I think it's because of the Queen's Jubilee last week. So yeah, I'm sure these drivers they've been edging to get back in the seat there. As Adam Forbes there goes P2. Very nice by him. We've got Max Chapman on a hot lap as well, or is this just on his out lap? I'm not really sure. Again, oh Jesus, that was a scary move there by Max. Did you just see that? He almost lost the rear. Getting used to the wet, I think, the wet conditions. He doesn't want to be doing that into a wall. But again, these drivers, they're just going to be taking it really I want to say they're going to be taking it slow and steady, but at the moment, we've seen some quite edgy moves by some of the drivers. So it's obviously not great conditions out there. Jay says, "Are you joking?" Did Jay DNF?
Yeah. It looks like I got a message from Race Control that Jay has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane.
What?
So...
That's absolutely ridiculous by the game.
Yeah.
There's literally no way we can get you back in, Jay. Even for Q2. What, Jay, what if you log out? No, you can't change driver though, because you're on the same Steam account.
You can't change.
I'm about to say, go into just another car and then we'll count it as a Red Bull, but you can't even do that. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. There we go.
Yeah. Does.
I genuinely don't know what to do with that. That is just the game being an absolute arse. Jamie, you're pretend Capca a invite. De-risk slicks? Absolutely not. Bob, you'll be all over the place. Or Zach. You're on mediums. Why is... Hang on a minute.
What?
Is he not... He has not brave enough to go on out the pitch yet. There you go. 2 championship rivals. 1 and 2.
Okay, he's not out the pits. I thought for the moment, why is he on mediums?
No, I think he's just selected them in the pit lane.
For some magical reason.
But yeah, that is sad there for the Red Bull of Joe Robinson. But, you know, there's a sprint race tomorrow. He could still start quite high up in the race on Sunday. So, yeah, that's not too bad. We've got Joel Foxall and Max Chapman here. Currently P1 and P2. In the same order they are in the Drivers' Constructors Championship. With Casper there in P3 in his Haas. We're missing a few drivers today. But we do have a few more drivers that are very frequently misqualifying. And only participate in the race. So, we will see them probably over the next few days, nonetheless. But yeah, Gomez and a McLaren there, still yet to leave the pits. Callum McGrath, I think, had to re-pit again. It's just Joel's just taking, I think both the drivers are just driving around at the moment. Callum McGrath there, setting a time 1:16.7. Again, none of these are going to really mean anything at the moment. But we should be good. We could get Capgut back in there. Hopefully back in the lobby.
Him on.
Do you want me to give it a go?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find his...
Hang on a minute. I don't know what his name in Steam is. Oh, there it is. There you go. Jay, do you want one as well? Or his IVT means something else. I don't know. There you go. Hopefully the game... the game seems really quiet. Turn it up a little bit. Go to 50%. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
So it looks like Joel Foxhill has got the pace provisional.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really. The pace in qualifying with a 1:15.7.
I wish we can get a weather update.
Behind at a 1:15.9. So close between the two championship rivals as things stand.
I think they're both quite even on the wets as well when it comes to wet conditions. So that could also reflect... I mean, Brazil, I spoke to some of the drivers before the race, and they don't really enjoy Brazil much. It's an all-right track, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I feel like some of the drivers just, you know... It's a difficult track to master because you're kind of braking, you're throttling, you're in between it around some of the corners. You have to keep, the speed in, and if you brake too much, you've lost all the pace. But if you brake too little, then you're on the grass. So, yeah, it's a very fine margin, I suppose. But it's a very fun track to drive around for sure. And there's still 8 minutes left to Q1. And so far, 12 drivers set a good time. And unfortunately, Jay Robinson there disqualified from the session for leaving the pit exit. And I don't believe he's able to get back in either, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
It's hard luck, really, that one, really.
It is.
It's not nice at all. Being here... Potentially, there he goes. Oh, is that... No, there you go. 7... I was about to say this exactly the same time as Joel then, but... yeah, 7/100ths of a second down there. Sorry, up on Joel there in his Alpine. Again, I don't know. I mean, obviously we've got Joel Foxhill and Max Chapman that we're looking out for this entire weekend, but there is some other little drivers that, you know, they could steal those valuable points that maybe Joel and Max was thinking of getting, you know? Like, they could be in the way. They could kind of, you know...
Yeah, you've got like the front runners of Max and Joel, and then you've got all the midfield drivers so close together that if the two front runners make a mistake, these drivers are gonna find a way to take those valuable points away from them.
Exactly, 100%. We have got also Taylor's reserve driver here. Of Andy in the other Williams. He's currently in the pit lane though. And Andrew or Andy, I'm going to call him Andrew because that's what it says on the graphics. Yeah. But yeah, he stepped in for Taylor this weekend. And Williams, I spoke with Adam as well, and they definitely look like they're going to be aiming for as many points as possible because the obviously constructors in the middle of the pack, you know, minus the Red Bull, minus the Ferrari, they're very close in points. Yeah, so yeah, they're going to want to get as many points as they can. To try and be as far up, I suppose, the constructors as they can.
It looks like Mercedes have secured their third place within the constructors.
Ah, okay. So they're fighting for 4th, 5th, 6th.
But it's the battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th, and 8th, and even 9th.
They could all change in a different order at the end of this weekend.
Yeah.
That's
and even
insane.
10th. It's all can change.
And Red Bull are set to currently win the constructors, or...
Yeah, it looks like they possibly are going to win the constructors.
Don't want to speak too soon, though, with the Red Bull of Jay Robinson. But he could surprise us. He could do a Lewis Hamilton like he did in real life in the Grand Prix this weekend. Fingers crossed as Max Chapman there. I think track evolution's picking up a little bit. Maybe the track's drying as all these drivers are going around the track. The rain looks a little bit... It's still raining, but it's looking a little bit brighter, maybe. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Maybe.
It's with these inter-running, there will be a dry line forming.
Yeah.
So there will be a faster line with the inter-running because of those groove tyres of the inters. They will distribute the water quickly, so there will be a dry line. Even though it's like still raining, there will be a dry line to make it quick.
If they go on the wet part of the track.
I wouldn't advise putting on a set of slicks.
No.
It's still intermediate conditions.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's wet.
Only when I would say DRS is enabled by race control, it's when it's time to really think of putting some slicks on.
100%. Charlie, welcome in, mate. Welcome in. But yeah, I certainly agree with that, Jamie. It's a very good point. We're seeing Max Chapman here getting a little bit impeded by the yellow flag there. And he set a really nice sector 1, green sector 2. It'd be interesting to see. I think he's pulled out of this one, I'll be honest, but he might still get a better time than he did originally before, as he crosses the line. And yeah, he puts the Ferrari there. Provisional, well, pole for Q1, if that's even a thing, but currently P1 there for Joel, just ahead of Max.
Fastest in Q1.
That's it. But again, the thing is with the rain drying, you know, there's gonna be some drivers that get really lucky with the rain. You know, like some drivers miss out on that opportunity to get that last lap in on the driest track possible. That's what I like about the rain, you know. These drivers won't like it, I know that. But yeah, it's all gonna be about time, strategy, and I guess where they put their car on the track. But I've got no idea really who's gonna put it on pole. Could be a Red Bull, could be a Ferrari, could be a Haas, could be an Alpine. I don't know.
Especially within Q2.
Yep.
The people who are last across the line for the end of the session will have a dry track for the people who are in.
Yes.
Who are at the front of that pack. So the teams have really got to get their strategy saying, when are we going to go out for our final Q2 runs?
And obviously we will see 3 drivers, not 4 anymore, but 3 drivers will be, I guess, knocked out in Q2. We've got 3 minutes left to Q1. This is going to be another practice session, I think, for the drivers. Obviously, if they haven't done time trials in the rain, then this has been a good practice for them, because I believe Q2 is also going to be raining conditions, because it doesn't look like it's going to clear up soon. But hopefully, I guess the fun will start in Q3 as and when that does happen. But yeah, still good sort of 8 drivers out on track at the moment. Zach, for some reason, showing up as mediums, but yeah, I'd beg to differ with that one.
I think he's got the medium set of tyres on his car, but he is in the pits.
Yes, so. Yeah, I wouldn't be brave enough if I was him to go out on these mediums. That was a stupid decision if he does, but a brave one as well. And yeah, top 3 there inside pretty much 2 temps. Max Chapman, again, these two are still fighting. Like, it's Q1, this doesn't even mean anything. And Max Chapman's overtaking Joel. Joel's overtaking Max. It's a constant battle between the two of them.
They can't say, oh, it's Q1. We're not going to be knocked out. We could just relax. No, they just want to.
It's just a bit of fun, isn't it, for them? It's good fun and games. I don't know if Joel's on a... No, he's just on an out lap. Is this an in lap? He might be going for a hot lap here to overtake Max Chapman again. We'll ride on board with Joel for this entire lap. If he is doing a hot lap, although he has his teammate of Callum in front of him, so I'm not sure if that will give him a nice push.
From Callum.
Doesn't look the tidiest at the minute, but it might just be because it's on a very slippery surface, I suppose. But I'm sure he's putting every effort in he can. Yeah, down a tiny bit, but he's still got every hope to regain that. But yeah, again, like you say, the toe will certainly help down some of the straights. If that's what they're doing, I don't think they will, but not at this stage. But they're just going for it, I think. But yeah, we'll see if he can get that extra tenth. I'm not sure. Is it a tenth the split between each other? It's not a lot.
I think it's 2 tenths.
2 tenths. Okay, nice. 1:15.2. Very good lap times. I mean, this is obviously the I guess the margin we're aiming for in Q2. 1:15.2, which shouldn't be too bad. But Zach, there's only one way to find out, mate. But if you DNF it into a wall, you won't make it through to Q2. So yeah, I wouldn't advise on that one. Look at that, Callum slowing down to allow Joel to slipstream down the straight. This is not going to be good either for Q3, because Max doesn't have a teammate if they wanted to use teams. Joel Foxall does have a teammate. He does go quicker sector 3 and pushes his time up only to a 10th behind Max Chapman. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's no fault of the Red Bulls or Jay Robinson or Max Chapman's fault with what happened with the pit lane, the disqualification. Yeah. But it's, yeah, there's nothing we can unfortunately do other than just shout at Codemasters and EA to fix their game. Although strict rules, I mean, if it's a difficult one, because obviously I wish you could do strict rules but turn off things like pit lane blocking and stuff, because I had it in Monaco, I think, in qualifying at Monaco a few years back, and it's horrible when it happens, because it's like, you just can't race. It's horrible. But yeah, 10 seconds here left of qualifying. Callum McGrath potentially on a hot lap. Let's go and have a little look. He was helping his teammate a minute ago, but this will be his last opportunity if it was him on a hot lap. He is down sector 1. Don't know if that's margins or if that's a lot. I'm not too sure. Come on, Zach, up the McPlan. I love it. I love it. Benson as well, good evening. Welcome into the, I guess, ultimate qualifying session of Kenco F1 Season 2.5. Yeah, Callum's coming in. I don't know whether we should rename it or we should keep it.
It looks like
yeah, go ahead.
Max Chapman has set another fastest.
Oh, he has.
114.935.
That's 3 tenths quicker than his previous best. These drivers still have a lot up their sleeves. Yeah. That's insane. Yeah,
so,
well, there you go.
Here's the final classification for qualifying Q1 of the final race of the season, with Max Chapman fastest with a 114.9. Then the top three goes Joel and then Joe Bean.
Nice. Max Chapman slowing everybody down here. Is he still driving or is AI taken over?
I think his AI's taking over.
Yeah, potentially. Let's get Stein another invite. Is your internet really bad? Oh, you've already done it. I'll send him.
I've already done it. It should be
perfect. But yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, the rain, it looks to be staying with us at the moment, but it might clear up in Q3, which might be a last-minute panic for some of the drivers. Again, it might not. It might be raining the entire journey. But we'll have to wait and find out what happens.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follows as well. That's coming. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
From this, it looks like pole is going to be very close between Max and Joel.
Yes, obviously Joel had a few less opportunities than Max there to go around the track.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only driver, unfortunately, we see knocked out of this session is Jay Robinson with that disqualification. But both the Aston Martins there leading the back of the pack. AlphaTauri of Bomzai, and then, yeah, all the way up to Max Chapman at the top. 114.9. That's the benchmark for Q2, so should be exciting. Hopefully, I want to do like a dun 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 dun, and then like it just goes into the next scene. Oh, it's probably waiting for me to click advance, aren't they? No, I'm not really sure.
I think it's just waiting for.
Looks like the Red Bulls have got a race engineer this weekend as well. Potentially, I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But, yeah, we'll get the F1 theme tune on because I know you love it. I know you love it while we're waiting for the game to hurry up.
Yeah. Come on, game, load. I don't care about the classification for Q1. Just load.
I don't really know who to blame. It should catch up. I don't think it doesn't normally take this long. Maybe the rain has interfered with the I don't know.
Even though it's just a drizzle.
A drizzle, yeah.
The FI say red flag.
Dun 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 dun. How many inters do you get in qualifying?
I don't know.
Because Casper's currently used 2 of his.
I think you get, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay. I hope this hasn't broken. Because that means... Oh, no, it's back. Yes.
Oh,
it was Stein. Back. Of course it was. I'm kidding. It's fine. Does that mean he needs another invite?
Yeah, I'll send
I don't know. Adam was complaining about lag as well before today. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the F1 servers or not. But... Dun-dun-dun-dun. You get 3. Okay. So yeah, it's 3 inters. And then you get an extra one for Q3. That makes sense.
No, you don't get an extra one for Q3.
Oh,
that's only...
I thought that
was
the softs.
Slicks. Yeah, it's only with the slicks.
Ah.
So you get 3 sets of inters.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter,
weekend.
I suppose, in Q3 because
yeah,
these drivers will get like 4 soft tyres to run with in Q3.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, there's only 1 Red Bull in the paddock there I can see, or in the pit lane. And it looks like we have a first driver leaving the pit lane. 15 minutes Q2 as an AlphaTauri of, I believe that's Smits here, is the first one out to set his... I guess provisional time for Q2 here will stop Brian from playing. And yeah, hopefully we should be able to take control of the camera very soon as he leaves the pit lane. There he goes. There he goes. Yeah. I'm excited for the next season, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if we should rename it or should keep it Kenco Fine. I'm not sure. We'll see.
I don't know.
But yeah, the new game. I did sign up to the Codemasters Creator Awards as a creator myself, but I don't think they'll accept. I'm hoping just to like flex the F1 wheel at them, and they'll be like, you can have the game for free. But I don't know if they're that kind, but
yeah,
we can only hope. But you know, it's fine. I've already bought the game anyway, so I don't really need a free copy. But you know, take as what you want, right? Look at you, fancy pants now. I'm no Dirk Chocolate when it comes to streaming F1 on Twitch. I'm not that skilled, but we'll see. You don't know till you try, right? So we can only cross our fingers. We'll ride on board here with Smits, who's going to set the first time of Q2. The rain's still not looking like it's going to clear up, but again, we might see a change into Q3. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, so this will be the time that all the drivers will be saying, yeah, this is the benchmarker for the first runs.
Exactly, although we have all the drivers bar Bean out of the pits at the moment on their out laps, so it's going to be pretty much a lot of hot laps, I'm going to say, setting their times. It looks like Casper Kuritz there is number 2. Peak, Bean, Peak, Zach, are all just behind Smits here. And as soon as it's basically on the leaderboard, as soon as the out lap changes to no time, it means they cross the line and they're starting one of their hot laps, I believe. If I'm correct in saying so. So yeah, Callum's just crossed the line there, and we should see Max Chapman, Joe Foxall, and Gomez change to no time shortly. As Smith is struggling to get around here, missing a few of the apexes, but he's just trying to keep in as much speed as he can around here. Yeah, 2.67 miles. I think this track is 15 turns, 9 to the left, 6 to the right. It's as if I kind of memorised the script, but yeah. I don't know any of the names of the turns. But go ahead.
It looks like on board, having a little bit of a
gonna infect him.
A tank slapper there coming into the final corner for Smiths, but
sorry, wrong button. There we go.
That final.
Should pop up on the left-hand side here. That was Joe Foxall behind him, just going on a hot lap.
118.8.
It's not gonna be pretty.
Not a good lap. It might not help having
He's geeking tidy up, but
a moment coming into the last corner, but he's got another 11 minutes to get a place into Q3, as Casper does a 1:15.9.
Yeah, I mean, good times here by all the drivers. Obviously, Track Evolution's hugely stepped up from Q1. And we'll have a little look at Gomez here. He's currently on a green sector 1, personal best. I think he potentially, do you reckon he can go in front of that Ferrari? He might even get P1 with this lap, I don't even know, but we'll have to wait and find out. He's 7 tenths down at the moment, so that's going to be splitting the Alpha Tauri's at the moment with Gomez. And,
I don't think that's Gomez, I think that's Stein.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
The graphics might be a little bit.
They are broken. Max Chapman there. Benchmark 1:15.6 as one of the drivers just swerving a lot there in the distance. And we'll ride on board here with Joel Foxall, who's just about to go across the line to set his first time on the board. He goes ahead of Max Chapman by 2.5 tenths. Slower sector 3 as well, so there's still time to gain for Joel Foxall. Again, I can't read the drivers' minds, but I know they're not going full pack. You know, if they go all out now, they're only going to cause an issue, and then, you know, they're basically solidifying their position into Q3 at the moment, I think. Yeah. And then Q3 where they'll put on the full beams, because it's the last weekend of the season. All of these drivers want to get first in the sprint, or it's, you know, it's 8 points to get first in the sprint, going down to 1, and then 25 obviously in the race, but every point, I guess, this weekend counts as Bean out of nowhere there. See, these underdogs, this is what I'm on about.
Yeah.
Very close time there to Joe Foxall by 5 thousandths, but very nice by the Alpine, I'm not going to lie. He could put a few issues in Joe Foxall and Max Chapman's hands. Love the sound. Zach's trolling us again. He knows how to do the graphics, as it looks like Beans takes that very wide here on the off run. That rain though, look, it's still coming down so heavily on the track. So, yeah, it's not great at all. It's not great at all. Andy, the only driver at the moment to not set a time on the leaderboard, will go down on board with him. We'll see if he is on a hot lap, or if he's setting. Is he setting personal best? Yes, personal best sector 1 here by Andrew. And hopefully, I mean, the driver's what? There's a second between P1 and P8. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's better than Latifi, put it that way. No hate for Latifi fans out there, but I mean, does he have any? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, we all love Latifi.
I think there's going to be a lot of angry Canadians coming at your door.
Sorry. We've got no Canadians in the Kenco F1 League, so it's okay. I was drafted into engineering. I was Bono. Now I'm Nui. There you go. Nice, Dean. Nice. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Getting all that data in the Red Bull's hands, you can't... I mean, yeah. You can't fault it. Yeah, Andrew here. He's set his time on the leaderboard. A little bit slower than Callum McGrath in P10 there. But all the drivers, apart from Bean, Peak, Hikes, and Zach, currently all in the pits still. 8 minutes left to qualifying. As it stands, Andrew, Harper, and Smits currently in the relegation zone. As Max Chapman, again, what we're talking about. He's just gone a tenth quicker than Bean here. I've lost words, honestly. I've lost words. It's insane. Jack, I don't know. I don't know what the phrase was, what I said, but yeah, I'm not sure what they'll be doing. Max Chapman's going for another hot lap back to back. What's this all about? Has he got enough beans in the car? Beans in P2, but you know what I mean. Beans on the softs? No, he's just put on the softs. Playing with leaderboards again, honestly. If you went on the softs, though, you could not go around this track any quicker than the Inters. I know it seems tempting, but there's no physical way of you doing it.
Yeah, I don't think it's soft tyre weather.
Latifi slander. That was it, Zach. That was it. So, yeah, Zach comfortably there into P8 there. Adam Forbes still in the pits. P9, he's definitely going to be doing a few more runs. Callum's definitely going to be doing a few more runs. He's out on the track at the moment. It's quite a quiet track. But yeah, currently, I think Joel Fox was out on the track as well. Looking to go even quicker. We'll go back on board with Callum in just a second, but we'll see when Joel crosses the line. If this is a hot lap, he's going to go quicker than Max. Oh, look at that. 600ths of a second behind Max Chapman. He's definitely got it. He's definitely got it. These drivers, I mean, are they putting in their full potential, or are they just kind of like, they know the deltas they got to get to? They know that if I do this, it will get so close to Max, but... yeah, less than a tenth between Max Chapman and Joel Fox. Not that it matters in Q2, but they've definitely solidified their place into Q3. Not that I had any doubts, but you never know. I mean, anything can happen, right? It's raining.
Yeah, you never know. The track might dry up, and then everybody's going on softs at the end of Q2.
Exactly.
And then they're definitely not safe.
Definitely not safe. Meow. Yeah, Callum's avoiding that lap. He wants to go on some potentially... I mean, the Inters obviously don't wear down as quickly as some of the slick tyres and things like that, but... yeah, he might be trying to get on some new tyres, maybe, to make sure he definitely gets through into Q3, because we don't want to lose Callum. We don't want to lose any of the drivers in Q2, especially considering there's only 3 of them which can be knocked out this time round. But, yeah, good drive there by Hikes as well, and the only Alfa Romeo on the grid at the moment. Yeah, good drive by him at the moment. It's that a second, 1.1 seconds behind Max Chapman. A little bit easy on the throttle there, but or heavy on the throttle, I think. I'm looking forward to the Baku Grand Prix this weekend as well, and Le Mans. Le Mans is starting tomorrow.
I'm more interested in Le Mans this weekend.
Yeah,
I've already said.
I agree.
I don't care about F1 at the moment.
It's only once a year that happens, isn't it, Le Mans? Yeah. So. Yeah, should be good. Hikes there getting even quicker, P6. Yeah, so Le Mans, if you don't know what it is, it's a 24-hour race in south of France? I don't know. It might not be south of France. It's in France. North of France.
North of France.
And lots of hypercars and all kinds of things. There's a Haas going round. Oh, no! That's Casper Karitz's wheel. That's on the pit lane exit as well, so that will close the pit lane. Casper! That is absolutely devastating for Casper. He was one of our drivers that could have very easily... Is the driver leaving the pits here? Oh, very close there by the Williams.
That's close.
Oh no, I'm actually gutted for Casper. I'm absolutely... Oh my god.
And we've got another retirement as well.
Did these drivers not see the...
Peak.
Alex... No, I'm sorry. Did Alex Peak see Casper when he left the pit lane? Or was the game glitched where it said it would be ghosting? That pit lane exit is nasty. We've just lost 2 drivers there by Casper. I don't know if he crashed on the pit exit. It wasn't the pit exit he was crashing on. But we've just got 2 DNFs. Again, we can't red flag the session because the game doesn't give us that opportunity. Otherwise, it would have definitely have been an instant red flag. If I could have pressed a button to do it, I would have certainly done it if I could.
Yeah.
But wow, we'll have to talk to Alex after that. Alex said it was controlled by AI. That's why we saw the Williams do evading action then. Yeah. As soon as the... Alex, if you are listening... turn off pit assist, and then you can drive it yourself. I think that's what the issue was. Am I correct in saying that? Because with pit assist, you take control of the car as soon as you cross the pit exit line. Not the one on the track, but the one at the very end of the pit lane. As soon as you cross that line, you turn off your pit limiter, and you drive it yourself. I'm wondering if that's why what happened. I've got pit assist disabled, which gives me that, I guess, extra leeway, but... yeah, that is absolutely devastating there on the qualifying session for Caspus and Alex Peak. Both quick drivers as well. Like, they're not... I'm gutted. I'm honestly gutted for them. I think it was just a little bit lost under braking by Casper. He lost the rear end and got it into a wall, and then obviously Alex Peak with the AI taking over the car rammed it into the Haas. But yeah, commiserations for those drivers. Go ahead.
I'm thinking, looking on board with the Aston Orion Harper,
yes,
it looks like it's not raining anymore.
Oh, certain parts of the track it's drying up maybe? I'm not too sure.
There's a possibility that soft compound tires might be used if the track gets dry enough, because it looks like it's not raining anymore. So it might be a spicy end to the session if it's time for softs. But these drivers need to decide now if they want to go for the soft compound tyres. Finish off their lap. So
I don't know. I mean, Max Chapman's got the softs on in the pits, but yeah, I wouldn't risk it. 1 minute 44 left. I mean, 10 out of these 11 drivers are confirmed a place through into Q3. You don't want to be that one driver that DNFs on the slicks. That would look very bad on you. So yeah, currently as it stands... hang on a minute. Casper and Alex are making it through because they've set good times. So there is 3... oh my gosh, we're only going to have like 8 people in Q3. I think. Are we?
Yeah, they will be. I think.
Because as far as I know, at the moment as it stands, unless Andrew, Smits or Harper can go any quicker, Casper Kuritz and Alex Peak will be starting P9 and P10 in the sprint tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damn. As Andrew there goes even quicker, but pushes Zach from P8 down to P11. Maybe it's because he didn't go quicker than Casper Kuritz or Alex Peak's time. Bean is out on the slicks.
Is he out on the slicks?
He is. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Can he get around to the finish line in 30 seconds though? Don't think he's going to. He's going to go back in the pits. He's testing them for the next session.
Yeah.
It's wise. It's very wise. But yeah, Smits. Oh, big spin there by Joe Bean. He's just having fun out there, I'm not going to lie. Luckily there was loads of track and not any walls. But that's going to tell most of the team's engineers and anyone watching the stream that maybe the soft tyres are not the option in Q3 yet. Anyway, his kind of a graph there goes and sets P4 just ahead of Hikes, 1:15.8. Very good time by him. And it looks like we've got Max Chapman P1, 1:15.1, and Joel Foxall less than a tenth behind in P2 as it stands. Unfortunately, we lost Casper and Alex, P9 and P10. And unless Smits down in P12 can go quicker, we're pressing the wrong buttons here. Hang on a minute. Is it these ones? There we go. No, Smits is coming into the pits here. Okay, so that is Zach Plant. Unfortunately, Smits and Ryan Harper, the 3 drivers to get relegated out of Q2. And we're moving on to Q3, unless, I think all these drivers are on their in-laps.
Yeah, Callum's on there and Callum's on his lap, but I think Hikes is on his final.
Yeah, potentially.
Possibly. Yeah, I think so.
It's good to see both the Williams, though. Oh, gosh. Voice crack. Williams through into Q3. So that's really good to see. Adam will definitely be happy with that, and so will Taylor when he comes back in a few weeks' time. Do a Lando at Sochi. I mean, that's almost what Joe Bean did, I'll be honest. But he luckily managed to get it back. But yeah, commiserations there to the 5 drivers of Casper, Alex, Zach, Smits, and Harper. All, unfortunately, we will not be seeing in Q3. 8 drivers remain who will be putting it on pole. It's, I mean, as it stands, we've only got 2 Williams and 2 Ferraris and 2 Alpines. Hikes and Chapman are lone soldiers out there. Damn.
This is going to be an interesting Q3.
Absolutely. Hang on. Peak's having quite a sad, yeah, I know. I wouldn't, it's a difficult one because it's the game's fault. I wouldn't, like, you know, you can't hate yourself on it. It's not Alex's fault whatsoever. It's not Casper's fault. It's the game's. You know, we've seen that by Jay Robinson as well get kecked by the game. Just get Alex to turn off pit assist, and then it won't pit assist, and then it won't happen again.
So here we have the people who are into Q2. We have Max Chapman, Joel Fox, Joe Bean, Alan McGrath, Hikes, Adam Forbes, Stein, and we got Andrew, and then sadly Casper and Alex Peak are into Q3, but unfortunately due to the incident at the pit exit,
I'm looking at this. Casper would have got P3 if he hadn't have gone out again. And if Alex didn't go out again, he would have solidified P5.
Yeah.
Pushing Andy and Stein into their positions. That is salt in the wound for them, honestly. I feel bad.
It is.
Why does it all happen in the last race? I like it, but...
I know!
Like, this has been one of the most crazy qualifying sessions to date. Anyway, on to Q3 we go. And
it looks like it's dry.
There's no rain in the skies, are there?
There's no rain.
Exciting.
I think it's dry.
Although, is the track wet? I don't know.
I heard from race control that DRS was enabled right at the end of the session once the checker flag.
We know when DRS is enabled, the track's dry.
So
we're definitely seeing some slick tyres. This is going to be
dry
good.
running now.
Let's go. Okay, I'm exciting. 12 minutes could literally... These laps could be the decision-making of the Drivers' Championship. I'm not going to lie. I know it sounds cheesy, but where they put their car on to the sprint race tomorrow night could very much determine where they end up for points in sprint, and then I guess solidifying their place in the race. But yeah, Williams, Red Bull, Ferraris, everyone but the Alpine of Joe Bean currently out of the pits. Oh, I'm gonna stop the there we go. That's probably more like it. But yeah, guys in chat, if you are listening, out of these 8 drivers we have here, Chapman, Foxall, Stein, Bean, Forbes, McGrath, Hikes, or Andrew, who do you think is going to go in P1? Who do you think is going to set pole? Is it going to be the Red Bulls, Ferraris, Williams? We're commentators, so we can't really say. But we're seeing both the Ferraris out here strong, side by side. Go on.
I don't know who's going to be on pole, actually.
Nope.
I can hazard a guess who will be in the top.
Yeah, the top 4. 3. Involves a Ferrari and a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Not saying any names, of course. We're immediately seeing Joel Foxall here behind Callum McGrath on his first hot lap. But yeah. Oh no, hang on, I lie. Sorry, Joel's the one in front of Callum here. We'll ride on board with, I don't know. Let's ride on board with Callum, screw it. We'll have a look at, see what Callum can put off here with his pushing along by his teammate. All on soft drive, oh my god, I can't even speak. All the drivers out on the softs, which is to be expected. But here you go, Callum McGrath on a hot lap behind his teammate. And the only driver there not currently on a hot lap around the track is Joe Bean, so he'll have to be careful with all these fast cars rapidly approaching him. But yeah, we'll go and have a little look and see how these drivers can go around the track. Again, they're going to have to get used to this because they've been driving in wet conditions for the last 20 minutes. It's going to be an instant change to the reactions and where they can put the car on the track, but I know damn well that drivers prefer dry conditions, so yeah, let's go and have a little look at what the times will be.
All their braking points, all their exit points, and will be all changed now because they're in dry running. There'll be a completely different new way of getting around the circuit. So it looks like...
Oh, Joel's going immediately in the pits here. Hikes 107.9, but maybe, I'm not too sure, maybe he just wanted to wear those tyres in for a little bit later? I'm not too sure on the strategy there. Adam Forbes, currently provisional pole, taken very quickly by Stein in the Alpine. 107.6 for him. And we'll have a little look at Max Chapman. He's just crossing the line. He goes 2 tenths slower. I didn't know that must have been an invalidated lap.
Yeah,
that would have gone P2 if that was valid. He's going to have to go again. Maybe some new tyres for him, or he might be going back-to-back. We never know. But, yeah, Joe Foxall diving very quickly into the pits. We've got Joe Bean here. We'll ride on board. He's coming through Sector 3 as we speak on the softs. He's 1.7 seconds behind, so this isn't obviously a fast lap for him. He's saving up. I can see he's still got all the ERS there, so here this is definitely... he maybe have just done 2 out laps to go on for a hot lap. So we'll ride on board here with Joe as he starts his first hot lap of Q3. He's obviously just get a time on the board here, but yeah, we'll see if he gets all these apexes right, and yeah, potentially he could be on the front row. Any of these drivers can.
Yeah, any will do.
Any will do. Both Ferraris, they've gone out, they've gone back in without saying a time.
Interesting strategy done by the boys and girls at Maranello.
Yes.
So, very interesting.
They know what they're doing. A little bit of understeer there as he takes it wide, Joe Bean. I don't know if that would have been validated or not. I'm not sure where the track limits are around Interlagos.
So. I haven't seen anything on my...
the ERS is still going down, so it's still potentially a valid lap here.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on the timing board saying the race control has invalidated his lap, so it looks like
he's backed out though. So unless he is 1.5 seconds down, but I think that's a back out there for Joe Bean again. Yeah. Unfortunate. These track limits, you know, these drivers are pushing and pushing and pushing. But as it stands, I mean, both Ferraris and Max Chapman yet to set a time for their first run in Q3. Yeah, I mean, Joel Foxall, the only driver out currently on the actual track. About to cross the line to start his first hot lap. Again, we'll ride on board. We won't ride on board. We'll watch him from the outside in the lovely camera views we've got around the track. And it looks like Hikes is on his out lap as well. With loads of drivers in the pits. Potentially, I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe certain time, you know, wait for the track to evolutionise in, get the rubber on the track, which is exactly what Joel's doing. 1.5 seconds up, currently Sector 1 for Joel Foxall, as the graphics are kind of fixing themselves. I wonder if we'll break through to the 106s today. I really hope so.
Yeah, I possibly might get into them. It's because all the running was done in the dry. In qualifying, all that rubber's gone because of the wet conditions. So they're just laying down fresh rubber. There's hardly any rubber on the track now. So I think the best lap times will be done at the end of the session.
Yes. Action Hort Hank, we can get the VOD replayed back. It's okay. We'll save the race replay at the end. Joel Fox across the line there. He goes at 107.1. Cannot break the ice into 106s, but a very, very good time there for Joel Foxall. We've got Max Chapman, who is not currently on a hot lap, to my knowledge. And he's about to start his first, or second hot lap, I suppose. The first valid lap, I suppose, of the session, as there's a Williams there behind him. Potentially there of Adam Forbes. Not sure if he's gone quicker, though. But, yeah, we'll have a look at Max Chapman here, as we just had a look at Joel Foxall. Running contenders here in Formula 1. Look at that, already down to 57% ERS through Sector 1.
He's heavy on that overtake button to try and get as much power out of that ERS.
I thought it was automatic
system.
Oh no!
It depends on.
I think you can. Yeah, you can do it manual, can't you? I think.
Yeah.
That's very true.
If you're in hot lap mode, then you don't have control over it. But if you're in top speed mode or overtake mode, you have control on how much you want to put on.
Exactly. That's Brazil's such a beautiful place, you know. The palm trees, it looks so gorgeous. These drivers must be loving out here. However, they probably aren't enjoying the humidity and the heat because, you know, it's just raining. It's just rained. It's going to be very, very humid here. Max Chapman unable to go quicker in Sector 1 and Sector 2 than Joel Foxall. They're 2 temps behind. Does put his Red Bull on P2. Again, Max is still going to be happy with P2. It's still front row. But he knows damn well that he wants that P1. I don't know. Looking at the... I mean, do you want to be odd or even starting a sprint race in Brazil? Like... Oh, hello.
I don't know. It could be...
We'll have to have a little look.
The grid is laid
because
out.
turn 1 turns left. I would rather be on the left-hand side. So you've got the inside turn.
Yeah.
But then again, I'd rather be on the right side because once you've made turn 1, you want to be on the inside for turn 2 and turn 3. Although you've been outside. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I've got no idea.
Yeah. It's not like normal racetracks where you usually have turn 1 and then a long straight.
Oh, the Alfa Romeo.
You don't have continuous corners.
Well, Lewis has just noticed in chat that we have an Alfa Romeo that is no longer with us. Unfortunately, we can't do replays because we're not F1 TV. I wish we could, but that is unfortunate there for the Alfa Romeo of Hikes. He has got a time on the board though, which is good for him. It looks like Williams there diving in the pits, but yeah, commiserations there for Hikes. He's unable to go quicker, so it's P4 is the best possibility for Hikes. I'm sure they're about to get the car fixed for him though. I mean, yeah. Credit where credit's due for Hikes there. Callum McGrath, the only driver yet to set a time. Joe Bean will want to go quicker. Andrew, 1.5 seconds down behind his teammate, currently Adam Forbes. But yeah, currently as it stands, Max Chapman is in P2, Joel Foxall in P1 on his outlap. They're both going to be going for one more hot lap if they can, as Callum McGrath is going to set his first time on the leaderboard. Hopefully it's a valid one. And he goes and puts his Ferrari into P6. So not the fastest lap there for Callum.
Yeah, it's so close between P6 and P1 at this stage.
Yes.
There's about
7 tenths.
Okay, even from in Formula 1, 7 tenths is like forever.
Forever.
But yeah, it's like so long of a period in Formula 1, but it's still close.
Hell yeah. Max Chapman there setting another time, 107.6. I'm getting some audio popping, but it should be okay. Yeah, Max Chapman hopefully can set one more. Again, all these drivers can at least do 1 or 2 more hot laps here. Joel Foxall here. I'm not sure if this is starting. Yeah, this will be starting his... potentially. Actually, no, he will have 2 chances if he does back-to-back. It's only a very short lap time around here. But,
I think he will have, like, 2 chances. Yeah.
Oh, what a camera view as the Williams leaves the pits there. Yeah, Hike says I tried to get to the pits as fast as possible, but I don't think, unfortunately, that going to the pits as fast as possible caused him, caused the car a bit of damage, and hopefully no damage to himself. But yeah, Joel Foxall there, currently purple in Sector 1. I don't know how much by, but we'll find out as he approaches Sector 2 into Sector 3 here. Yellow flags keep popping up everywhere. Don't know if that was Callum slowing down, maybe?
Slowed down.
Oh, he's 2 temps up. What a lap
possibly
here.
To help
That's exactly what he's done. That's exactly what Callum's done. This is it. I mean, we spoke about teammates being like, you know, this could literally put Joel on pole for tomorrow. He goes and crosses the line at 107.1. Sorry, 106.8. My apologies. The graphics telling us false information there. Very nicely helped by his teammate. Max Chapman's on his last hot lap around Interlagos for qualifying. Joel Foxall could potentially go again. You know, in my opinion, Joel's got to go again to defend his position in P1 as Max Chapman. He unfortunately goes wide there. But again, I don't know that it could still be valid. I'm not sure.
I think it's
no, he's definitely not. That's Max Chapman in provisional P2. 4 tenths behind Joel Foxall. Again, that 4 tenths, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, but that was probably given by Callum down the straight with the DRS. Huge help there by teammates. And yeah, Callum there splitting the Williams P6 And we've got on board here with Stein, who's only at... Oh my gosh, hang on. This isn't going to be good. I say it's going to be good for Stein, but I don't know if it'll be good for the front runners. Let's go and find out what Stein can pull off here. Currently green sector 1, 1/10 behind Joel Foxall. All Stein needs to do as Callum McGrath goes and sets P3 just behind Max Chapman. Stein needs to get within 4/10 behind Joel Foxall in the Ferrari to get a front row. He's currently 4/10 behind. He can't lose half a tenth round here in sector 3. This is going to be very close here for Stein.
Going to be interesting.
Here we go.
Let's see.
Is it going to be P2 or is it going to be P3 as he crosses the line? It's P3! Oh, just literally 4/1000ths of a second. Max Chapman's going to be breathing after that one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, there we go, guys. That is the end of Q3. Joel Foxall P1, Max Chapman P2. And we got Stein in P3 with the other Ferrari there of Callum McGrath getting a nice lap time in at the end of the qualifying session. Followed by Alfa Romeo of Hikes, and then both the Williams, Adam Forbes, Andrew. And then, unfortunately, I don't think Joe Bean could go any quicker there, sitting down into P8. But, yeah, well done to all the drivers. Absolutely great drive by everybody. And yeah, what a yellow! I just read the word yellow. What a end the session. And the yellows, I don't believe, were caused by any sort of car off track or anything. I think it was just drivers slowing down to let others past. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but we'll save the race replay.
Yeah, and here we have Joel Foxall, pole position for the sprint race tomorrow. That's gonna give him some confidence going into the sprint race tomorrow. So
absolute masterpiece there by Joel, helped very nicely by his teammate. Again, it's all skill. All these drivers have skill. But yeah, very well done to all the drivers there. Very blue and red teams. I don't see any orange or any green or, you know, all the teams are very color coordinized. No, color organized, I think I should say. But yeah, so well done to all the drivers. And I don't know, should we speak with maybe 1-2 people at most? I don't want to keep going on forever, but I feel like maybe we should just speak with one of the drivers or so. I don't know if you're. Can I hire you
see
to?
If the pole sitter wants.
Yeah, of course, no worries.
Have an interview.
We'll get this guy on. There we go. As it stands, these are the driver championship and constructors. Joel Foxall in the lead by 17 points behind Max Chapman. Dylan, I don't know. Dylan might be in the race tomorrow. I'm not too sure. And as it stands, Red Bull are in the lead of the constructors by 19 points. So, tabletop flip. And we're joined here by both, or the full Ferrari team, I should say, of Joel Foxall and Callum. Welcome in. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. You must be very proud of yourself and your teammate for getting you through there. 4/10 quicker than your rival, I should say. But yeah, it was a good session for you.
What can I say, man? I'm so pumped, man. I can't say I was expecting it. Obviously with Casper, DNF, and Joey being P8, I'm not too sure there. He was definitely going to be a threat, both of them. And then honestly, I pulled out a lap of wonders. I don't think in a qualifying session, I don't think I've ever pulled out a lap that good and that happy in any race across any of the 3 seasons in Kenco F1. That is hands down my best lap I put out in a qualifying session. And
do you have a recording of it?
I clipped it. I'll see if
I can
get it.
Or okay, that's fine.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just wondering. You know, it's fine. I mean, if it was one of your best laps, that is awesome. I'm just wondering to upload the whole thing, but I don't know if we can. I guess we could go back on the replay and then re-record your lap around it. Maybe we should do that. We should do that if you're happy with the lap and it was the best ever.
I do have the entire lap for news.
Oh, even better. Send it. I want it. And yeah, obviously, like you say, you were helped hugely by, unfortunately, Casper and Alex Peak, who DNF'd on the pit exit with the AI and also losing the rear. But again, like, you know, you've got your main rival, but I suppose they're like your secondary rivals. You know, like they could have very easily taken P2, P3, P1 even. You know that they're getting they're good drivers. But obviously, that I guess that weight a little bit was taken off your shoulders today. And yeah, a very obviously Callum as well is here. Very good lap time by you as well, Callum, considering what happened with you and no, as in you helping Joel on the lap before you set a really good time yourself. if that makes sense. Like the lap time wasn't impeded by you helping your teammate. I don't believe.
I mean, it was marginally.
Okay.
Obviously, it's a very long straight. So, as any sort of speed you don't carry out of that final corner, you lose down the straight. Luckily, track evolution. I did a fast, slow, fast. So I managed to get the most of the track evolution. I think Joe was the only person behind me. So I ended up setting a purple middle sector. So obviously that made up for that. I only lost a 10th or so that was fine. But I think the curse of the whole thing is that Joel's gone P1 and doesn't get pole position because it's a sprint weekend.
He does.
Oh, yeah,
No, you don't.
yeah, I
It's
do.
Yeah,
never
you
mind.
do.
Never
He does
mind.
get
Congratulations, Joel, on your
He
second.
gets the tyre.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. I was gonna say because Joel's only had one pole position before, so yeah.
Yeah,
sprint
it's
weekend.
your
First official pole position.
No, second.
Where
This
did I
is your
get?
second.
When
You
did I
got
get
pole
Yeah, you
my
got on a
last.
couple.
You got pole
Yeah. Last week.
When
last week in Hungary.
did I?
Yeah.
You did.
Yes.
Man, that was a long time ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
All right, well, okay.
But yeah,
well,
I was gonna say,
pole
unfortunately,
position.
he doesn't get it. But you're right. With any regulations, he does. Yeah.
Ian, when do you want this clip? I've got to upload. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
No, I don't.
I mean, as soon as you can. I mean, there's no ruch, but it'll be cool to
I don't
upload
think I have
as like your
audio up,
hot
I
lap.
can't lie.
That's all right.
I remember I was on the final lap and obviously we'd organised that I'd give Joel the toe, and he was like, "Slow down, slow down." I'm like, "It's my lap." Funny guy.
Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
That's right. But we got pole, so you know.
Had the whole
That's
crowd
what we.
laugh.
I think it was inspired at the start of the session. We took some inspiration from Max Verstappen and had an investigation around the Red Bull cars. Just had a little sneak peek, and you know we went pole. So clearly managed to develop really quickly.
Okay.
Okay, the joke was wasted because Ian wasn't listening.
No, I was reading. Sorry. Is that... Oh. Sorry. Yeah, it's okay.
Is it?
No. No hard feelings, I'm sorry. Sorry, we're still streaming. I forgot about that.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there any... I mean, yeah, I've got no questions.
I have a statement.
Go ahead.
That obviously pole position today and the sprint race tomorrow is going to be very close going into time with Max, and I'm very proud of my team for what we've managed to accomplish this season. So obviously going into Saturday and Sunday, whatever does happen, you know, it's been a great journey in Ferrari, and I look forward to hopefully coming out on the top step on Sunday and taking the championship. But whatever happens, it's been a very good season, and Callum, you've pulled it very much out the bag in that last lap. So you know, I'm proud of him and Charlie for managing to come up with some clutch setups as well to help us out there. So
Got a very good team behind you, Joel.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Got the best of the best.
What the hell was that?
Grazie mille, tutto grazie.
Okay, end of stream.
Just let him have his moment. Yeah, I don't know if we'll interview anybody else, but we'll probably interview some more people probably at the end of the sprint race. And that,
Sorry,
'cause
it took
this
too
could go
much
on for
time.
a while.
That's right,
No,
it'll be us, Ian, because you know last time was the sprint race. Joel won, so just saying.
Okay, whatever you say.
It'll be us again.
Yeah,
Mark my words.
maybe.
It'll be us again.
Maybe it's yeah, maybe.
It
Right.
might not be though.
It might not be exactly our decision.
What? Excuse me?
What?
Is that FIA faking another championship? Question mark?
I'm no Michael Massey. It's okay. Right, guys. On that
Yeah,
note,
because you're not the race director.
have a lovely evening, all of you, and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 sharp. While Le Mans going on, and yeah, enjoy your evening, and I'll see you all soon.
Bye.